welcome to IP Study Video Lectures. Today we will discuss the 21st chapter of Grade 6 English Grammar. And we will learn about a group of words which makes complete sense but they do not make a complete sentence. And they are called phrases. Well, if I say in the park, is it a complete sentence? Very good. It is not. Does it make sense? Yes, it does make sense. It is not a complete sentence, yet it makes a complete sense. That means they are phrases, a group of words that adds meaning or make sense together, but they do not have a subject or a predicate. That means they cannot be called a complete sentence. That is what we will learn in today's session. Before the end of this lesson, you will be able to define what a phrase is, identify phrases in sentences, explain noun phrases, adjective phrases, and adverb phrases. Let us discuss and study this small example. Henry is flying a kite from the ground. Now here, the group of words from the ground, this is an adjective phrase because it is modifying where the kite is flying. That means it is describing where the action is taking place from the ground. This is adjective phrase. This is a group of words from the ground. It is senseful, but it is a part of a sentence. Without thinking twice, he ran after the kite. It is an adverb phrase, without thinking twice, because this is describing where he ran. Without thinking twice, he ran after the kite. How he ran after the kite? Without thinking twice, he ran after the kite. Let us read a short paragraph given below. Arjun is a man of promise. He lives in the house next to the garden. He practices at the sports complex. He likes to eat fruits and vegetables. Man of promise, next to the garden, fruits and vegetables, at the sports complex. These are all called phrases. They have meaning and they are a part of a sentence. The highlighted groups of words do not make complete sense by themselves. They are called phrases. A phrase can be substituted by a single word as well. For example, the scholar was a man of wisdom. Instead of this, we can also say the scholar was a wise man. The artisan lived a life devoid of money. The artisan lived a poor life. You can get this in all places. You can get this everywhere. Well, this clearly shows that phrases modifies like an adjective, like a noun, or like an adverb only. This is the time when we will discuss 3 different kinds of phrases and understand these deeply. How we can substitute them with one word and what is their actual meaning. Kinds of phrases: noun phrases, adjective phrases, and adverb phrases. Noun phrases. Noun phrases are those which act as a noun in a sentence. For example, she bought a decent white dress. A cat on the fence meowed loudly for help. Now in this sentence, it is acting as an object. She bought, what did she buy? A decent white dress. This is a complete noun phrase. In the second sentence, a cat on the fence, the noun is acting as a subject. Who meowed loudly for help? A cat on the fence. this is a subject in the sentence. So in the first sentence, it is acting as a noun, as an object, and in the second sentence, it is acting as a noun, as a subject. A phrase that acts like a noun in a sentence is called a noun phrase. Adjective phrases. Adjective phrases are those which act as an adjective in a sentence. That means they modify a noun in the sentence just as adjectives do. For example, she gave me a cup full of hot chocolate. And this sentence, full of hot chocolate, this is a complete phrase. Now this is modifying a noun, cup. She gave me a cup. Which cup? Full of hot chocolate. How? Full of hot chocolate. This is modifying a noun in this sentence. A kid on the terrace is looking at the sky. Now here, this is the phrase on the terrace is modifying a noun, kid. Who is looking at the sky? A kid. Where the kid is looking at the sky? On the terrace. This is an adjective. A phrase that acts like an adjective in a sentence is called an adjective phrase. Just like an adjective, it modifies a noun or a pronoun in a sentence. Adverb phrases. She always speaks in a respectful way. The kid sat beside her mother. Now look at these two sentences carefully and tell me or think aloud, what is a phrase in this sentence and what are they describing? Very good. In the first sentence, in a respectful way is a phrase, and this is modifying the verb speak. She always speaks. How? In a respectful way. That means this is an adverb phrase. It is acting just as an adverb in a sentence. The kid sat. Where the kid sat? Beside her mother. So again, the phrase beside her mother is modifying a verb sat in the sentence. They modify the verb speak and sat respectively, as a phrase that acts like an adverb in a sentence is called an adverb phrase. So this was all about phrases. Always remember that the phrase has a complete meaning. That means they are senseful, but they do not form a complete sentence on their own. They do not have a subject and they do not have a predicate. They act just as a noun, as an adjective, or as an adverb in a sentence. Let us do a quick recap. A phrase is a group of words without a subject and a verb which doesn't make complete sense. A phrase can be replaced by a single word as well, like one who can never die can be replaced by the word immortal. And we did some other words as well, such as man of wisdom, a wise man. A phrase that acts like a noun in a sentence is called a noun phrase. A phrase that acts like an adjective in a sentence, very good, it is called an adjective phrase. A phrase that acts like an adverb in a sentence is called an adverb phrase. So that was all about phrases. Thank you so much for staying with us. Keep revising and stay tuned for our next video lecture.